Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's Edward back at you with yet another stream. How's everyone's day going? You've got the Olympics and especially the ice hockey heating up with Canada and America both getting through overtime, getting through to the semi-finals and overtime wins. The All-Star weekend is firm in the rearview mirror, so we can begin the NBA, the regular season again. We have the Champions League playoffs, sort of, I think the first leg coming to an end. And that was a very eventful one, as we'll touch on one of the main talking points. And the NFL rumor mill, sort of the NFL dead period before free agency and then the draft is in full swing, and we'll obviously talk about that as well. And actually, as I always do, get a couple of articles or points to waffle on about. And the first one that actually caught my eye and many people's is obviously the Chris Paul exit from the LA Clippers. And my ultimate takeaway, well, two takeaways. One was just why on earth would you do that, in terms of not allowing Chris Paul to talk or give advice or impart his experience. But the broader point of no wonder the Clippers are in the state that they are and have been for a couple of years, because even if you go big picture and you consider the allegations regarding their salary cap circumvention for Kawhi signing a couple of years ago, you obviously had the CP3 departure, the sort of the James Harden trade for, and then more recently trade away. They all reek of a franchise that has been built on such unsteady foundations that no wonder they're in the position that they are. especially because obviously you're being led by an owner who's incredibly impulsive and is sort of lack of patience and all those kinds of things take over, while building their roster around a player in Kawhi that is a figurehead in terms of his status, but not in terms of his leadership. And that's the sort of and when you have a franchise that ultimately its leadership is unhealthy, unsustainable, all those kinds of words, no wonder they're in the position that they are, because that's one of the core foundations is building things in a healthy, sustainable way and empowering people to say what they truly think. And I would be very wouldn't be surprised if there are people in the Clippers that were advising Steve Ballmer not to go with what is they're apparently alleged, and obviously it's alleged at this point, but for all intents and purposes, you wouldn't have such detailed allegations if there wasn't some element of truth to it. But when I just saw this, and it's on my list of things to watch, is his interview with Carmelo Anthony, which it was Carmelo's pod. No wonder they're in the position that they are, and if you consider then that there are I believe there are some reports of the Clippers, getting offers for Kawhi, and that's sort of a they may not necessarily be entertaining them at that point, but that's other teams seeing what's coming down the pipeline. Then where does that leave you? And the short answer is nowhere. It's not much more to be said about the Clippers, really. I'll come back to this one, but I don't know why, it's Bleach Report just seems to give you easy fodder to react to, and that's bread and butter to someone that's starting out like I am. But yeah, it's naturally this particular article caught my eye. It's 6 players who should get traded this offseason but won't. Should is a very broad term. It's the writer sort of saying he thinks, but it's the Browns. I mean, I found it a bit puzzling when, obviously, this time last year, he at this point had handed in his trade request, and then the Browns sold their left kidney and part of their right one in order to be able to extend him. If you're so adamant about, adamant about winning, and just found this sort of decision a baffling one in terms of you saying you want to leave, but that turned out to be a power player or appeared to be there's obviously more we probably don't know. Don't understand why you'd be so bullish about wanting to leave and to a franchise that's more likely to win than the Browns, you'd say. And then obviously money talks, but any half-minded agent in a trade would naturally, part of the contingency would be you're trading for my player, so could you sort him out, please? You didn't necessarily need to sign the contract that you signed and padlock himself to the Cleveland Browns, because, I would presume, and I haven't even looked recently, is probably salary cap, is cap numbers, there we go, that's Deshaun Watson, excuse me. 23, and next year's probably more. Yeah, $62 million cap hit. It's with the I don't understand why Myles Garrett would be so bullish in wanting to leave. And then naturally money talks, but if you're padlocking yourself to a franchise. You clearly have some element of doubt about how they're being run, and now they're not releasing you now. You're, because of how much dead money there is, and you're not. Yeah, they won't release you. And the team probably won't trade for you, I'd presume. Yeah, it's the earliest he'd probably move is 28. I mean, then it'd be 33. It's I found that a baffling move to make, because it's at a point where you're entering the prime years of your career, and while of course you could wait a couple of years and sort of be that veteran looking to get a ring, but then at that point it probably won't be the trade market for you. And it's just like, and this is the one that I'm probably an outlier in the terms of, I genuinely don't understand why the Raiders would trade Max Crosby, because you are not doing it for salary cap reasons, because they have the second most in the league entering free agency. So therefore you're doing it for the picks. Now, if you use the Micah Parsons trade as the barometer, and they will, that's 2 firsts and either a player or a day 2, probably a day 3 pick. That one of those first will be looking for his replacement, and there's no guarantee there'd be an edge rusher at that particular pick that meets the value, that pays off, that turns into the same player or similar player to what Max Crosby is. So it's one that is such an unknown in and of itself. You then got the remainder of the package. I don't believe that's worth the leadership intangibles that he will be providing for the locker room. And in a franchise that is starting their rebuild, you need that, because that will then seep into the players that are already there, the first, second years, or even third years that are already there that will be the future. The Brock Bowerses, the Jackson Powers, but yeah, those kinds of players, you need that. And if that means the point at which you want to trade him is sort of past his value, you'd still be able to get a dart at the dart board. It may be a later round pick than what you could get if you did trade him now, but I don't see that as a good trade-off. I really don't. Because, it's the Steelers. Steelers are strange. I think there's no other way to... A year in, I can't see that happening. I want to see what his cap hit is in 2 years' time. DK. It's to trade, yeah. I think it's more likely to happen next year. But I think even before we get to that point... excuse me. We'll definitely see one contract restructure, that's for certain. We sort of built that into the contract when you consider how much base salary he has. That doesn't particularly make sense. That I could see, because for one reason or another, and that's a whole different discussion, because of how many picks they gave up for that 2024 class, they're naturally up against it from a salary cap perspective, because they had to fill out the roster more than you normally would through free agency. So you're going to have to get as many cheap assets as you can. Apart from Justin Jefferson, there's so many players here that are Have any of these got void years? No, they haven't. So you can actually get under the cap, but a lot of them are nice players, but that's the point. But that I could very easily see. And then this is interesting. I didn't get down to this. I'll be honest, I didn't get down this far of the article. Mac Jones, somewhat understandably committed to that. Jones maximises value while excelling on Kyle Shanahan. I'm trying to think who. Now, obviously, you sort of have the media sort of square peg, put in a circle in a square peg in a round hole, rather, in the respect of overinflating sort of this whole trade value type thing, trade value type narrative to actually create content. And here we are. Vikings, no. Cardinals, you're not going to find a take for Kyler, so that's a non-flyer. Same principle with Tua. Jets, white, no. Well, I say wide Jets. Where are they in the NFL 2026 draft? Where are they in the order? I'm going to go with this one. Right, okay, so that was the bad article, draft, order. It's the second overall. I suppose I could then counteract that by saying, why now? Or why are Mac Jones or whatever. You're going, if you're not 100% convinced there's a franchise QB that you can get at 2, or you can get an edge rusher having given up a defensive piece in Quinnen Williams. And I can see that if you could, I'd push for a third rounder myself, but the Colts, I mean, I said in sort of shorts in the past that because you gave up so much for Sauce Gardner, and the free agent players you have this year and the wave that are coming next year, you're going to have to get a bit creative in filling your QB position for at least a season, because you can't give a long-term contract with everything you have coming up, plain and simple. So I could see the Colts and the Jets, and then Steelers, God knows. And on the Colts, naturally it brings us on to Anthony Richardson. This is sort of a similar type thing of media writers putting out articles that illustrate the fact it's clearly the deadest period of the off season. We're going Anthony Richardson in Cleveland. It would be a very Cleveland thing to do, wouldn't it? I mean, you've got Shedeur Sanders, the third round pick they wasted in, that's like the Angel Gabriel, Dylan Gabriel. You still got, I'm not even going to say his name, filling out his retirement fund. Why in God's green earth would you trade for him? Minnesota, naturally, you could understand the sort of the narrative in terms of Kevin O'Connell and the offense and all that type of thing. But yeah, I can see that potentially. Steelers, I would have been more open to that suggestion if Mike Tomlin was still there, because I could see them two actually inadvertently gelling. But no, it's... I quite like Anthony Richardson in San Fran. I'm not going to lie. And on the Minnesota Vikings, I mean, I suppose you can understand why they'd make the trade, but as I outlined in the past, I'll get rid of that one because I want to get into the games. It's the only reason why I'd want... The reason they're giving in this particular article, from what I can read, is an upgrade over QB2. Now, if you're looking to upgrade your QB2 with where the roster is, then you really need to reconsider where your priorities are in the nicest possible way. But it's... I and also from a... I don't know if you'd call it a PR perspective, but to me that would create too many narratives of, do they truly believe in JJ McCarthy? And I don't think that's healthy. And him going into a important third year, having had an injury riddled first 2 years. Just going to quickly go on this. Sell while the value's high. Wow. Phone 5. Move on. Now this report, so this was a report that went out in some of the newspapers of United being interested in United and Chelsea being somewhat interested in Alexi McAllister. Now, whenever I see those kinds of reports, I immediately get suspicious. And when you consider in the summer he's entering 2 years left on his deal, this really feels like an agent that's trying to crank up the noise a bit in order to get people around the negotiating table, because it is the main lever that they pull to increase the noise and therefore increase the want to quieten the noise down. And the only way you quieten it down is you give the player a new shiny new contract, and there's nothing more to it than that. I can't see, of all the players on the market in the Premier League alone, irrespective within all of Europe, it'd be bottom line list for both clubs. It's not really what either club need at the moment. Then finally, before we get into the Art Raiders, is this is obviously this is the best piece I could find that both encapsulated the Vinicius Jr. racist abuse that he clearly got in some form, and part of her piece, and I'd encourage anyone to watch it, is and part of her monologue to camera was in relation to Prestiani and him refuting the allegations, which isn't surprising. And if you refuted and to paraphrase it, it's if you are refuting the allegations and they misunderstood, there was no need to cover your mouth in the first place, so therefore what you were saying was somewhat harmful to the player in question. Now, it then prompted my mind a narrative of, because this is a sort of a talking point that's very much, let's say in football, that'd be unfair to football, but wondered whether there'd be some grounds for, I think, a way of clearing up these sort of allegations and that type of thing would be miking up every single player. Not for the purposes of content, although that would be hilarious. It would be under the circumstance where there is alleged to have done something either against the rules or treated someone not as they should, as in this particular case, UEFA or whoever are allowed to listen to what he actually said. You'd put the microphone on those kinds of vests that they wear that track heart rate and all those kinds of thing. And then, irrespective, and this isn't me saying, you'd put the condition in of whenever a serious allegation of conduct detrimental comes in, they are entitled to listen to what you actually had to say. So therefore, this kind of thing becomes easier to enforce, and therefore by extension is an action slightly more likely to get it stamped out. Now it's but yeah, if you need to cover your mouth in the first place, then if you refute the allegation you didn't need to cover your mouth in the first place, I mean, there's nothing more simpler than that. But yeah, it's and now, so that's all good. Get rid of that. Arc Raiders. And now I've waffled on long enough. So that's all good on the audio front. Now, remember last time one of the goals was leveling up, or I'd call him Clucky, but I know he's the chicken. Scrappy, there we go. To a level 5. Now, so now I'm going to do my old trusty and get up Copilot. Hashtag non-sponsored, don't worry. Best places to get mushroom and apricot in Ark Raiders. I bet it's never had that. It probably has, but still. So I'm leaving that well alone from residential or commercial. Dam for mushroom. Check around the pools or the hydroponic trees. That's inside and outside the dome. Swamp outpost. So it feels like to me it's more of a dam type. So let's just quick check this. Got stash is okay, but not super trooper. Got 2 of them. I've never used them, but I got that by going Old Mate, whatever it's called. So I'm going to dam, it looks like. Which one's dam? Dam surveillance tower. I'm not going for anything big. Do I need anything else? No. Well, what's that? Blue gate. Let's do that. I'm changing my plan completely. Going that because we're looking for mushrooms and apricots. Is that what I'm doing? Lashes bloom. There we go. Wicker baskets spawn everywhere and contain mushrooms. Okay, fine. Oh, we're the east side. Okay. So I'm all good on that front, and then we've got the hatch because I brought the wrong key, haven't I? That's good. Shouldn't. Yep. Why not? Couldn't hurt. Increase nature load. So apparently... Is that it? I think likely he'll see me. No, he won't. That's good. Great news to the parish. Cute. Is that for me? Yeah, it is. So I need to move. Be good if I can keep moving. I think I not semi got away, but you know, that type. Now, yeah. I'd love to know what these baskets look like. Are these them? I am not going insane here, am I? Pigeon! I'd love to know what these wicker baskets look like, because I've never done this event before. That's alright. These him? No, it's a traffic cone. No. I'd love to know what they look like. I really would. God, they're really bringing in...
this way.
Very good, very nice. Been looking around for these pissing baskets and not found a single one. Right, you're gonna come for me. I would make an educated guess. Currently have gone round taking pot shots at everything. Now, because it's this event, it's not... Is this event inadvertently popular? So, my efforts of going around looking for the natural loot that I inevitably need going to be pointless? Question mark?
Let's go to that location.
Probably let's go around to there. And head over to there, even though I've already got the olives. That's me! In the first place. I'd love to know what these baskets look like. Let's go this way and this way. I'm on the highway to hell. Highway to hell. Oh, hello, Poppet. Let's give this old geezer a hand, shall we? So. Oh, I think I need a new plan. Why is it coming for me? Well, I say, why is it coming for me? I know fine well why it's coming for me. I just didn't expect it to be coming for me. That old mate best be getting his bullets off. I don't mean that in a... Right. So I got enough of a cover. Hello. Is anyone else going to help me fight this pissing thing? Right. Hello, Poppet.
I owe you.
Just shoot stuff. Nice. Mount me. I give you full permission. What are you running that way for? Or are you... Yeah, let's go. Let's get a leaper unit. Hopefully. So he's getting the leaper unit. So congratulations to him.
Thanks a lot.
You get the leaper unit, yeah?
I owe you one.
Ah, you're good. Right. Apricot is the name of the game. Let's get this thing to quieten it down. That's far enough away where I not really that much of an issue. So I need absolutely none of them. So that's good. It's got 6 slots, fair play. I'm going to take that. Should have taken it all, to be honest. So, yeah, it's all good. Search Pro. There's a third side. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what... That looks like a lemon tree. Is it this way? Where am I going? I'm going the right way. Right, I'm just running around like a headless chicken at this moment in time. Right. Even... I have to keep an eye out on you. Oh no, I got a horrible feeling it saw me. Shit on my doodle. Hello. That's what they look like in someone's... Oh good, we're under attack. Right. Why is it... Oh, this is... The joys of Ark. You think you get away from something. Or you can say get away from it. You're having a lovely, relaxed life. And then the game goes... Oh, you really want my body? One of the first people to... My hope... Right, someone's already been there. Let's just breach this just so it can give me peace. Good. No, I'm not grabbing you. Where am I going? Right.
Let's go to Trapper's Glade.
Nice. So I think currently we're at that level of the game where all the apparently increased nature loot has been nabbed by other people. So the only real reason why I played this map in the first place is slowly going more and more out the window, which is lovely to hear. Either I'm looking in completely the wrong place, or really unlucky because I'm missing all the pissing nature loot. Well, I can't see the fact that it's increased. What's that? Moss. Great. trees for mushrooms. Trees for mushrooms.
Let's go to Trapper's Glade.
Let's get these for herbal bandages. Well, we got a fear this one's going to be the hardest one to do. The level 5 Clucky, whatever his name is. This is the only remotely useful thing that I've done this entire game. Not found any mushrooms, nor apricots. And I use this? Why not? It's gonna go back down to it. It's just cutting my losses in the respect of I didn't really I suppose then if we're moving away from upgrading this git and as all of our stations are upgraded, moving on to a was it the trials, I think? Damage wasps, download information inside the bunker, damage queens or matriarchs, destroy ticks, that means going inside, arc probes, oh I see, right, okay. So, ooh. I understand what these mean now. What is this? I have no idea what any of this is. I will be completely transparent. Suppose the only real benefit to that was getting loads of stuff for bandages. That was damn. So you got enough bullets and all that type of stuff to sink 2 battleships, let alone 1. I think we do damn now. Excuse me. Because this is where a lot of... So yeah, let us... Actually, before we do, just had a quick look at my stash. So, we don't need you. so I can sell you. Don't need prickle berries, but prickle pears rather. So can I buy them? I doubt I can. It'd be stupid if I could. Can I? It'd be so much easier. I doubt it. Hi. Who's me? That just recycles into metal parts. What do you recycle into? Electrical components. What do you recycle into? Syringe. Meh. That recycle into. I think after it's sort of sent magnets. I know one of these. That'd just be metal, surely. Yeah. Rusted gears, that'd be metal. Yeah. No. Mod components, no. Electrical, whatever's. Why do I need you again? Electrical. Oh, that's for. Oh, I got loads of them. So it's magnets that really I'm after. That is for fabric. So. No, I don't need arc alloy that desperately, so I can keep it in that form. Spectrum analyzer. I swear one of these you can get. What can you get? Batteries. Is it Bastions? I doubt it was Bastion Cell. It wasn't Bastion Cell. Exodus modules, recycle. It was Exodus. So if I were to split that out, split stack to 2 and a 1. So let's recycle that. How many? So I get, right, okay, so it's 2 per. Okay. Ion that, so that goes into. Christ. Let's recycle that. Let's recycle this as well. Now that produced a whole load of these sensors, so I can sell a couple of stacks. Yeah. Go sell. Sell again. Recycle. Can I upgrade you? Advancement. I wish you could go through all of them. Do you know, actually, I may actually give a go. I may try out this, let's call it Vendetta. Center stash. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try this Vendetta because it's a medium ammo, so I can still use this. And we'll do damn and go from there. Nice. Cool. I'm happy. So let's quickly refresh my memory on the trials. It's damage wasps and the queen or matriarchs. So, it's wasps and probes then, I suppose. Where's Red Lakes? Right. Red Lakes. Where's East? Ah, there's Red Lakes. Right, it's there. So I might as well go there first. I understand. I understand where I'm going. Good news, chat. I know where I... Get over. Thank you. I don't like how me and him are drifting and... It's okay, so I'm going to have to use... Thank you. It's a bit pillowy. So let's use one of you, because I'm probably going to get one of these. It's sort of a trade-off, 1 for 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Happy. Happy enough. Cool. So let's go down this. Bandage, please. Oh, Queen's Guardian. Right, okay. Hello. What are you? Shh. Nice. So let's use that. Right, so I didn't get the trade-off that I wanted. Hello. Collect fertilizer. Itch my head. Shh. I don't like... I didn't shoot at you! What are you going after me for? I know fine well there is one of these ball things. You are. Great for... Now hopefully it'll get bored and go away. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. So let's charge this. Because, to my knowledge, I'm safe in here. Okay. Where did this one go? Oh, you went there. Right. So let's do this one. God's sake. Yeah, you're coming for me, so let's get in a more advantageous position, eh? Come on. Love the rapid fire of this. Let's go back out. It's a good secondary, isn't it? It's no, Hornet drivers. Nice. So, Hydrodome Complex. That's where I am.
Let's go to the domes.
A pissing thing again. Spotted me, did it? Yeah, it did. You better give me loot like you did the last one. Thank you. Shot enough into you. Right, so let's go to where I initially marked. Every tree now. I'm looking to see if there's mushrooms.
Let's go to the domes.
Just over there. Going over this side now. Just to see. Maybe a rainforest over the other side. Oh, that's the ones I didn't particularly. Okay. I thought you were a wasp, I'm going to be honest. Now I'm regretting shooting at you. But, we live and learn. You're going to come this way. You're taking your sweet time. Thank you. You really fire. Right, I'm really in a pickle. I can save this. I'm just gonna rage quit. So now that Vendetta, or the gun that I was using, is nice in principle, but thank God I didn't use them. Sam. It's a rapid fire pillow launcher. In reality, I mean, it's an okay gun, but it's a good complement, but very much let's repair that to a sufficient level. Let's then go Renegade 1, 2. So let's then put you, actually not you, let's center stash to the gear bench. I want this one, I'm certain. Is it this one? Or is this one? So now, because I've got all these bastion cells, that's the point. Can I get... It was magnets. So I want to see if I can make magnets. Refiner. I cannot make magnets. Okay. So now it's the case of every that. So bastion cells, what are they actually useful for? Electrical that, and I don't need them. It's the Exodus modules. Can be used. Can I recycle you into Exodus? No, I can't. Power rod, I need that. That, I need that. Spectrum analyzer. Let's recycle you, and you get 6 of them. We can just keep that ticking over for now. Let's go back up to the top. So that gives me all of the detach mods. Center stash. Okay. Still gonna go back to dam. But I'm gonna get when I recycle you. You electrical, and then motion cores can suck my left one. Okay, so now I need to regenerate all my... That's what I can do. Then we'll go there, workshop. Let's craft 3 of you. Actually, let's craft 4. Because... Okay. I'm happy with them. Let's then craft, go to the medical lab, excuse me. It's these. Actually, it's not. Let's be a bit more... Cool, I'm happy with that. But even with that, I'm still going to craft 4 more bandages just for my loot. Okay. Let's give Dam another go, shall we? Hidden bunker. Well, it intrigues me, but I don't know why. And swap guns out as well. What map are I playing?
Anyone near the spaceport? Someone just managed to override the outskirts bunker's security system, and every gang in Toledo is scrambling to get their hands on whatever's inside. Don't let this opportunity go to waste.
Let's get to lounge.
Arrival building. Attention raiders. The east antenna has been successfully activated.
I didn't even know I was playing Spaceport, I'm going to be honest. Give this guy a hand. You're very welcome. I'll leave this stuff for you. I don't need it. I need to get over this pissing thing. I don't need you, to be honest. Technology and security commercial. That may have the pillow. The map seems a bit dead, and that concerns me slightly. This is a snitcher. That thing. That's what I meant. I'm just grabbing everything at this point.
Attention raiders. The south antenna has just been activated.
And if I knew what on earth that meant, that'd be great. Pigeons. High loot value, apparently. It didn't last very long. Fireworks. Ah! Why can't you fire? Where you go? Need to make sure. So it's essentially for that thing. I need to go into every single one and shoot as many of the things inside as I possibly can for that achievement. Well, not achievement, trial rather. Hello, ticks. There you are. So apparently the loot's meant to be high, but currently I can't find any of it. Pick up a toaster. I remember when I couldn't find that, and that was a pain in the ass. Maybe I was just playing the wrong map. Magnet. Magnet. Open the gates.
Attention raiders, the north antenna has been activated.
Ooh. I don't normally play this map, so I have no idea what on earth that means. So I'm going to explore. So someone here is... Oh, one of those stress ball things. Hello? Ow! I don't have the emote, so this is the best option I have. Ow! I've... Now all this howling, I've literally forgotten what I was actually going to do. Apparently loot value high if I could get into the pissing thing. God, you're really old. Really old. Pillow? Garlic press. Interesting. Didn't realise they like garlic in wherever we are. Tattered clothing. Any of these have a pillow in? So apparently people wearing tattered clothing inspired garlic press again. Why everyone likes why they like garlic here? Right, wearing fun in this direction. Let's grab you. Party! My God, there's loads of it. 5-a-side team here. And a sub. You can be the musician.
Let's go. Come on, kill this bitch. Kill this bitch. Come on, guys, together.
-1. Nice. What is this? Colour me intrigued.
The west antenna has been successfully activated.
Let's breach. Ooh. Starting to understand why you'd play this map. Cushion? I've literally no idea where I am. Where the bleep am I? I'm underground. Let's go through this door. Start download. I don't really know what I just did, but I know I did something. Help? Running around as if I know what I'm doing. Retrieve data. What does that do? Oh, that's the achievement. Oh. 49er Dustwalker. Heaven forbid we've got a 49ers fan in here. Jesus. Oh, we got a band. Nice. Who's lead? You lead or... Yeah, you're good. Nothing to see but 3 adults here. We are adults. I want to find that 49ers fan, I'm not going to lie. Where is he? System.
Don't shoot!
Hello.
Hello. It's me.
Hello.
Hello. God, look at my precision.
You can load the data. You know, as to run around to the other ones which agree, they always switch out.
Everyone's doing the I hope people miss stuff. Run around. Hello. Why not? I've literally no idea what I'm doing now. Her. I don't want to leave all my friends. So I need to go to that then.
Head home at the central elevator.
Or probably that
Head
one.
home at the south elevator.
Let's go. Come on. One.
Sorry, I didn't mean to shoot you.
No worries. That was slightly ominous. Oh, I'm going to miss that, aren't I? Bit more nimble than the last jump. There we go. Climb, you son of a gun. Right, let's put that in there. Run. Arr. Da, da, da. Someone Eve. Right. Oh, one of you was the. Ah. I actually skipped something. I don't know what I skipped, but well. It'll become clear. Right, let's see from the loot why it actually looks like I skipped. Let's... Can I recycle? I can! Let's recycle that. Let's recycle magnets. Perfect, I need magnets. That's not going to give me magnets. It's going to give me some of the bits that... Recycle. Yeah, I don't need... That's not worth. That's not worth. Bombardier cell. What do you recycle into? Jack! Queen reactor. What do you recycle into? That and that. Equalizer. Da 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 da. Got more magnets, which is good. That could go back there. Sell the pasta. Sell that. I wonder if any of the... I doubt any of the... Will Celeste have apricots?
Ah, a sight for sore eyes.
Ooh, you have them. That's good. Let's get a whole load of them. You need to really change your currency. You really do. Get 3 of each.
It's one thing to survive. It's another to thrive. We've been trying to get beyond the bare minimum for a while now.
Nice. We need to put up your prices. May just get the acoustic guitar just for real giggles. Be funny. No. Let's go Dex actually, because I need to. Well, there's a baseball bat. No. I don't particularly need any of these. That's the problem with half of them. I don't need them. They're all very nice, but no, I don't need them. Can I get... Let's just get them then. Actually, no, let's... maybe able to flat pack some of them. So let's do that. And just... So then let's go into here. I need to stash to free up some space. Okay. So let's do what I said I was going to hopefully do. And just... I don't need... 2 recorders! I cannot flat pack them. Just sell it. Have I got 9? I don't understand how I got loads of them. So I can't... Why have I got loads? Explain why you have loads. Ah, that's why I have loads. I see. Right. So let's what can I sell? I'm gonna sell all these. You're not really that helpful. So I can get them by just shooting a bunch of stuff. Recycle. No, I don't need you. Right, if I go to the top then. That's good. Smoke grenade. Getting all the bits I really couldn't care less about. And get bits for. Yellow. I don't need them. They can go. That can go. That can go. I'm tempted just to sell the firework. I really am. What do you recycle into again? That, which really seems a bad trade. Let's recycle. Ooh. Let's sell actually. Let's sell you. What can you go again? Medium shield. Power rod. It's currently going for a bout of selling. as I'm doing this, I mean, on the Alexi Sanchez, on the Alexi McAllister rumours where he's linked to, where he's not linked, where he's apparently on the list for Man United and Chelsea, that is nothing more than an agent trying to drum up noise, because the theory behind it is the more noise that one camp creates, eventually the more desire it is from the other side to want to quieten that noise, and by doing so get around get around the negotiating table. I think a lot of people can sort of see that, but obviously there are some of those that take it literally and lose the run on themselves, but it's nothing more than agent playing games quite simply. Should be treated appropriately. Selling really that worth? Because eventually you're going to be shield. Where's the heavy shield? Let's go workshop that. It's a light shield. It's therefore gear bench. That's the heavy shield. Right. Okay. Just quickly do a
If you run out of bullets, there's often ways to eat. If you run out of...
Don't forget about Stella Montis. That place isn't going to investigate itself, you know.
We've had to build our topside infrastructure in stages. If you run out of bullets, there's often ways to improvise, provided you're creative enough.
Right, I'm going to log off. Now is time starting to get tired, and you know what that means. It has been a pleasure as always. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever